Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where it's an eternal struggle with the damn camera to get it to me. I'm either slumping in my seat or I'm like stretching up. It's hard to get this camera some days. I swear Loki has fun. I go, yeah. Back here. I'm sorry if I'm shaking more than usual. I made you a video yesterday and I actually deleted it. Long story short, when I tell you guys I have disabilities and I shouldn't push myself to do physical labor like yard work, I'm not shitting with you. I pushed myself yesterday and I paid for it. I was shaking so badly that Loki's running around welling that I'm going to die and I'm going to be in the ICU. And it's just, if you have essential tremors and you push yourself, and I have fibro and a couple other things on top of it, you just start shaking a lot and it's uncontrollable. It's not painful. So, it pisses me off to have it, but it's not painful. So, but he was hysterical. And so he ran, he got Odin, and Odin's like, "What the hell did you all let her do?" Well, she just said it was gonna be two or three things, and so yeah, Odin came back. He was mad at them, but he's going into full-on Oski mode. Apparently, my days of being batted around by the more aggressive form of Odin are over, which is good. And Oski is just looking at me, and Mammon's like hopping up and down, excited, and being like, "That's all I'm gonna do." And they all got frantic because they've never seen my body react like it, because I'm usually extremely careful not to push myself. I mean, I get tired and I shake more every evening because just getting up and doing chores and living a life can be pushing yourself some days. But they've never seen me push myself that hard. And they scared the living shit out of all of them. And I was glad nobody I knew saw me, because had they saw me, my hands flopping around and everything like that, they would have been terrified, because I don't know, something about essential tremor scares people. So, long story short, I have gods to watch over me now, and Odin is just planted himself near me, and the wolf's gonna watch over the silly pup, so the silly pup doesn't get any more ideas. And he's already told me no on anything I might get an idea to do. No. So, it's good though. It shows he cares. It shows he loves me. He apologized backwards, forwards, and sideways for all the mean training he did recently, but that is what it is. I don't think, just because, as he's told me before, just because a god might have foresight doesn't mean they use it 24/7. So, he's sticking around, and Loki has parked himself on the other side. And we haven't been doing many games because I've been caught up in that 12-pack. I played one where it's Brad and Janet. Yes, I know, some of you got the reference. And Brad is putting Janet's body back together. And I played that one years ago, so I think I've played almost every puzzle in this pack. And now we're playing the one that I thought was really bad. I went back with Odin. Odin's kind of, he's still being gentle and kind, but he will push you. And I'm glad he gave me a little bit of a push, because it took a lot of scrambling around, and my low eyesight is a hindrance in those games. But it's pretty good, and it actually has a really good storyline, so I'm glad he pushed me. So 3 games out of 12 at least are decent. So for my 59 cents, usually the cheapest you can get a hog on Steam is 49 cents. And, I'm getting these are good. Now, of course, the ones I want, the ones you really want are always, I'm loving the ones I have. Don't get me wrong. The ones you really want are the expensive ones. I don't know why. There's like ones that are 16 and up from Big Fish, because Big Fish has a presence on Steam now. And, their hidden objects are always like top shelf. And then another company goes, yeah, well, I can make one twice as expensive. And then there's like one for $32. And you just kind of look at it longingly, like, what does it do for $32? Does stuff actually fall out and you have to do it in real life? So, they're watching me look at that. And we all got the good news. Apparently, the stimulus check is going to be real. Apparently, it's not going to be as good as people thought it was. Remember all those crazy people telling us it would be like a couple $1,000s a month for months? And they're like, no. they can't get people to go back to work now. They're pissed off now. And, I'm not saying this about everyone. I know for some people, the 600 a week is a godsend. They needed it desperately to take care of their family. I understand that. But there are also people that I know that had to shut down what they were doing because their workers won't come back because they can't afford to pay them 600 a week. And they're like, no, I'm not coming back to work. And, so it has created a thing where people have a right to put food on the table and put money in the bank. So if they can get more on 600 a week, yeah, they're going to go do that. That's 1,200 every 2 weeks. That's 2,400 a month. Yeah, they're not going to go back to a job that pays significantly less than that. You can't blame them. So it's one of those things where they said they want to still support people, but they don't want to support them to the point where it's so much more attractive than what most companies can afford to pay. But then, we'll have the mess of figuring out how do we get things to the point where people can afford to pay workers more is what they have to do. If 600 would have been a pay cut, if companies would pay people a decent wage, then yeah, nobody would have really wanted that. But it seems to be shifting. The world seems to be getting a little bit better. I scared the gods, and I didn't mean to, and I didn't want you guys to see me shaking really hard. I thought you guys would be calling the cops, and then I had imagined there'd be police officers banging on my door at 2 a.m. asking what I'd done to myself. No, it's not. I don't do any kind of weird drugs or anything. It's just something I have wrong with my body. So it's gonna be okay, I think. The gods are happy. We had watched this sermon. I told you guys I'm not shy about praying to God. And every time I keep trying to tell you what the subject was, I mess up the video. So let's just say the upshot was that even though I know when you guys get the Cliff Notes version of a day, it seems like all I do is spend time with the gods. There are large periods of my day where I don't. There are some days where I hardly see them. So it was about letting go and having faith and letting ourselves be lifted up by something bigger than ourselves. And since it's the UU church, they don't care if that's God, your belief in people, your belief in change, the universe, telephone psychics, whatever. Just let yourself be lifted up at this time and carried through by something bigger than yourself. So, I hope you guys are doing okay. And you notice I thought I threw her out. I found my little Red Riding Hood, so I'm so happy. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I don't know, did I apologize for not playing as many games lately? Yeah, I've been playing mostly hidden objects, and so that's been consuming a lot of my time, and the view count's going way down. So I'm like, well, I'll just make you guys one video a day until I figure out what's going on, and then maybe we'll try something. But I don't know, guys. Our view count's way down lately. And I think for some people, they're mad because I think some people showed up to try to do sub for sub and wanted to get attention for themselves, and I won't do that. So we're just going through a rough patch right now, but we'll come up with something. If we find a spectacular game, we will play it for you, but I think I've pushed the limit with the hidden object ones. But, if you think differently, let me know below. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.